Yes, very good morning to all of you. Uh, uh, Now, in continuation with our previous lectures, we have started our unit number two, that is the design of compression members. Okay, and see, these are the our syllabus points. Unit number two, design of compression members and columns. Okay, so in our earlier lectures, we have discussed this what is meant by buckling classifications. Okay, buckling classifications, how sections has been classified based on its geometry. Okay, and for buckling classifications we have to refer table number uh, table number 10, table number 10 or 11. There are these tables we have discussed. uh, just wait. Yes, table number 10, buckling class of a cross section. See, these are the sections are given, and according to that we have to decide this buckling class based on these limits given here. Okay, and based on that buckling class, the corresponding FCD we have to pick up. Okay, this procedure we are going to be incorporated while we are discussing the design examples. Okay, then next buckling classification आपला buckling curves. Okay, there are four buckling curves. Okay, buckling class A, B, C, D. There are four buckling class. Okay, buckling class A, buckling class B, C, and D. So there are four buckling curves are there. Okay, that is there. Then classification of cross sections. Okay, effective length for the compression member and column. Okay, effective length we have discussed. Effective length means the length between the point of zero bending movements. Okay, point of inflections, त्याला point of inflections first म्हणतात त्याला, बरोबर. So that is the called as the effective length. Okay, that much length is only effective, not complete length. Okay, so there is a difference between effective length and overall length or center to center length uh, for the compression members and columns. Okay, see, there are these are the two terms. One is compression members and columns. Column is the which we are using in the buildings. Okay, normally as a I section is the column, whereas compression members means these members are in the truss member. Okay, like single angle section, double angle sections, these are the compression members used in the trusses, whereas the column means I sections is used in case of a building, steel building is the column, and more specifically it is called as a stanchions. Okay, in our first lectures of compression members we have discussed. Okay, what is meant by strut, what is meant by stanchion. Okay, what is meant by boom. In case of a crane, the principal compression member is called as a boom, BOOM. Okay, so these are the different terminologies used for the compression member. Now, after studying this basic terminology, we have to switch over the design examples. Okay, so design compressive stress, okay, or compressive strength. Design of a compression member of a trusses using single and double angle sections and its connections. Then design of axially loaded column using roll steel sections. I think we have discussed the examples of roll steel sections, uh, roll steel I sections. Okay. Then design of built up column, lacing and battenings. Okay. So now see, just a recap of our previous lectures. First of all, this IS code is very important documents for us. This we must have to read line by line. Okay. So see, this is starting section number 7, design of compression member. Okay. So these are the clause 7.1.2. PD of a member is given by P less than PD, and PD is equal to AE into FCD. Okay. AE is the effective area, FCD is the design compressive strength. And for concentric loading, these are the formulas given. Okay, how to calculate FCD. Okay, that we have discussed. And uh, to alternative for these problems, we have used also table number that 9 ABCD. Okay, table number 9 ABCD, because uh, to use these problems, these formulations given by the code is become slightly lengthy. So some another alternative has been given by the IS code, IS 800 2007. Okay, that options also we have discussed, and we have calculated the I section capacity, compressive design compressive strength by using both the methods, by using this formulae as well as by using the tables given in the IS codes. Okay, so see here, just uh, just a recap. Okay, we have already discussed, but as a revision, we are going to revise it because in between there is a some huge gap has been there because I was not feeling well due to some health issue. Okay, so now see our this was our first examples we have discussed. Determine the design axial load on the column ISMB 400 given that height of the column is 3.5 meter, that it is pin ended. Okay, means what does it means? We have a section is given to us. Kutla section आहे columnचा ISMB 400. This is used in an industrial building or as a column section, and where the height of the column is 3.5 meter and both ends are pin. End condition is given, pin ended, both ends are pin. So we have to calculate its design compressive strain for the given conditions. So we have to assume Fy 250 Newton per mm square, Fu 410 Newton per mm square, and its material property, that is the E, Young's modulus, is 200 GPa, means 2 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. Okay, so these are the data given to us. Now we have to calculate its load carrying capacity. Which formula we are going to use? PD is equal to AE into FCD. Okay, AE is the effective area. That effective area for any section is directly given in the steel table. Directly given in the steel table. Okay, so first of all, write down all the properties from steel table. So ISMB 400. So what you have to do? Open your IS code, go to I section, open copy of IS code, go to I section. Yes, this is I section. ISLB, your ISMB 400. This is your ISMB 400, and these are the corresponding property. Like, see, this is the area. I think 78.46 centimeter square by दिला इथं. Okay, so I think here see 78. Yes, 7846 mm square multiplied by 100. Okay, so similar to like that, depth of the sections means H 400, कारण तो ISMB 400 आहे बरोबर. थिकनेस ऑफ फ्लॅंज 16 mm आहे त्याचा बरोबर. आय सेक्शन आपला असा असेल ना. जस्ट आय विल ड्रॉ रफ स्केच. रफ स्केच. This is your section like this. Something like this. Okay, it is not to scale. Okay, so this is width of flange. It is how much? 140. This is 140. Thickness of flange was 16. This is your thickness of flange, 16 mm. Thickness of web was 8.9. This is your web thickness. This is 8.9. And overall depth, ISMB 400 means overall depth, complete depth is 400 mm. 400 mm. Overall depth is 400 mm. Okay, so these are the property we have picked up from the steel table. Okay, and another these two properties will be required, RZZ, and means these are the radius of gyration. Okay, sectional properties. RZZ is in new code, RXX is RZZ. In steel table it is given as a RXX. See here, radius of gyration RXX RYY, IXX IYY. What you have, the only change is that this IXX has been replaced by IZZ. म्हणजे जो IXX आहे त्याला तुम्हाला IZZ म्हणायचं आहे. ओके, आणि जी RXX आहे त्याला तुम्हाला RZZ म्हणायचं आहे. ओके, दिस इज दी change in the IS code. New now after noting down all the properties, just do the classifications. Buckling curve classification, table number 10 of IS 800. Okay, table number 10. Now just come to this. Code documents is very important. We have to always refer the IS code. Yes, for I section, roll steel I sections, first criteria is H by BF more than 1.2. H is 400, B means BF. Here is BF is given, na? BF, yes, width of flange, BF 140, it is 2.86, which is more than 1.2. Okay, the first criteria is okay. Second was thickness of flange less than or equal to 40. If H by BF more than 1.2 a cell, it means buckling is happening about ZZ axis. H by BF more than 1.2, buckling is happening about ZZ axis, and in that case buckling class is A. Okay, this is the first criteria. Second criteria says that if thickness of flange is less than or equal to 40 mm, thickness of flange less than or equal to 40 mm, buckling is happening about YY axis, and buckling class is B. Okay, buckling class is B. So now see here, thickness of flange is 16 mm, which is less than 40 mm. Hence, we should use buckling curve A about ZZ axis and B about YY axis. Third point is the effective length. Effective length table number 11. Okay, both end hinge. ये KL Y is equal to KL Z, कारण इथं YY आणि ZZ ला सेम लेंथ आहे, डिफरंट नाही आहे. ओके, सो बोथ हेड पिन किंवा हिंज असतील तेव्हा इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ एलई किंवा केएल, तिथं तुम्ही सॉम मध्ये त्याला एलई म्हणायचे इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ. इथं आय एस कोटी त्याला केएल नाव दिलं आहे, केएल मीन्स इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ. So KL is equal to L for both end hinge. Okay, just see table number 11. Table number 11 मध्ये असं दिलं नाही डायरेक्टली both end hinge. Okay, it is given in pure technical words. Boundary conditions दिले आहे. Restraint, rotation, translation. Now your essay knowledge comes into picture. Structural analysis. Okay, you must know the property at hinge joint. What is happening to the translation and rotation? Okay, at fixed joint what is happening to translation and rotations. Okay, so these are the criteria. Now see, this is the indications of both end hinge. हा बघा, हा पण इथं डॉट आहे, इथं डॉट आहे, this is hinge. Okay, so KL is equal to 1.0 L. Okay, so that is KL is equal to L. Now about ZZ axis, buckling class A, alpha is 0.21. Alpha is 0.21. Okay, lambda z is equal to square root fy by fcc. फॉर्म्युलेशन सगळं दिलं इथं. जस्ट ओपन युअर स्टार्टिंग ऑफ कॉम्प्रेशन मेंबर, पेज नंबर 34 आहे का 35 आहे, 35. Yes, this is the after deciding the buckling class. After deciding the buckling class, imperfection, you have to write down the imperfection. Okay, but see, if buckling A is there, if your buckling class is A, your alpha is 0.221. Buckling class BSL 0.34, CSL 0.49 and DSL तर 0.76. Okay, now this is your Euler strength. Okay, Fy is equal to square root FCC, and that we have to determine by using this formula. Okay, Fy into KL Z by RZ square divided by pi square E. And now put all this value. Fy is 250, KLZ effective length is 3500. All things should be in Newton and mm. Newton units are very important, otherwise your answer will be wrong. RZZ is 161.5 divided by pi square E is 2 into 10 to the power 5. So your lambda z comes out to be 0.2439. Okay, lambda z here, lambda z. Now after that you have to calculate this phi. Phi is equal to 0.5 1 plus alpha in bracket lambda minus 0.2 bracket close plus lambda square main bracket close. Okay, put all the values. Alpha 0.21 for buckling class A, lambda we have calculated 0.2439. So phi is comes out to be 0.534. Now after getting phi, calculate FCD. Reverse way नहीं ऐसा है बघा इथं. Here first of all FCD equation is given. Fy by gamma m naught, but these two terms we have to calculate. Lambda first, to calculate FCD we have to calculate lambda and this phi first. Because Fy and gamma m naught is known to us. Okay, so to calculate this lambda and phi, we have already first calculate this phi and this lambda. Now FCD, or put all the values in the FCD. So FCD comes out to be 225.9 Newton per mm square. Okay, similarly about y axis, now alpha is going to be 0.34. बघा ए ला होता की झेड झेड, जेव्हा बकलिंग अबाउट झेड झेड होतं तेव्हा अल्फा 0.21 होता, आता 0.34 झालाय, म्हणजे अल्फा वाढलाय. अल्फा काय असते, इम्परफेक्शन फॅक्टर. इम्परफेक्शन वाढलाय, imperfection is increased, it means that load carrying capacity is going to be decreased, stress is going to be decreased. Okay, the same way here calculation of lambda I FCD. Therefore since imperfection increases, FCD decreases to 87.06, whereas in case of uh, less imperfections, it was 2 to 5. Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, this way we have to interpret. Okay, not just solve the problems, we are along with the problems we have to understand the things, what is happening. So now the we are both the FCD area is common. The same FCD can be calculated by table number 9, B and C. Okay, see. The same may be obtained by using table 9B. KL by RY, it comes out to be 124, FY 250. Okay, so now just interpolate the things, you will get FCD as 87.3. Okay, 87.3, 87.06, one and the same things. Okay, so it is a difference in point. Okay, that is not the difference. Okay, so this way we have to calculate. Okay, so this how this table has been used, table 9B. Table 9B how has been used. Again I am repeating the same things. This is buckling class A, already we have over. For buckling class B, just we are going to verify how much slenderness ratio we got, 124.11. It becomes so simple. 124 effective length to least radius of gyration. Okay, 124.11. मग या टेबलमध्ये काय दिलाय, रेंज इज गिवन. बघा KL बाय R 124 आहे, म्हणजे तो 120 आणि 130च्या मध्ये लाय करत आहे. बरोबर, FY 250 आहे, म्हणजे आपल्याला हे रेफर करावं लागेल. 120 साठी सॉरी, इट इज दी स्ट्रेस रिडक्शन फॅक्टर, इट इज टेबल 9B. FCD ला जो आहे ना तो टेबल 9B आहे. येस येस, दिस टेबल. दिस इज KL बाय R, दिस इज 124 अँड 130, FY इज 250. सो 120 साठी किती आहे, 91.7. बरोबर, 130 साठी आहे 81. तर मग 124 साठी किती असणार FCD, तर तो याला इंटरपोलेशननी काढला आहे, दॅट इज 87.3. ओके, सो जस्ट do this multiplication. PD is equal to 7846 into 87.06, it is 683.07. This way we have to solve the problems of column as a I sections. Okay, now see next, sometime built up column. Yes, see our syllabus. Here there is a given something, built up column. Built up column means when single section is not sufficient to carry the given compressive load. In that case we have to go for the two section together. Okay, that is the advantage of a steel design, steel structures. Such facility is not available in case of a RCC section. Okay, there are three types of structures, RCC structure, steel structure, and third one is the composite structure. Composite means combination of steel and RCC. That structure is called as a composite structure, and that is the most popular one and strongest one. Okay. Now discuss the we are going to see second example of the built up section columns upon discuss just for the PD purpose, to calculate the design strength. Okay, lashing battening is the different part that we are going to discuss later. Calculate compressive strength of a compound column. Compound means built up column consisting of ISHB 250 Indian Standard Heavy Beam 250 ॲट 54.7 kg per मीटर. हे त्याचं रनिंग मीटर वेट असते. म्हणजे 1 मीटरचा सेक्शन घेतला तुम्ही ना ISHB 250, त्याचं वजन किती असेल? 54.7 किलोग्राम. ओके, 1 मीटरच्या सेक्शनचं. with one cover plate of 300/16 mm on each flange. बघा इथं दिलाय. हा आय सेक्शन आहे आणि त्याच्या टॉपला एक कव्हर प्लेट ऍड केलाय आणि एक बॉटमला कव्हर प्लेट ऍड केली आहे. कव्हर प्लेटची साईज आहे 300/16. बरोबर. त्या कव्हर प्लेट ऍड केल्यामुळे काय होत आहे, त्या सेक्शनची कॅपॅसिटी खूप जास्त वाढते. ओके, सो दॅट इज द ॲडव्हान्टेज ऑफ द बिल्टअप सेक्शन्स और कंपाऊंड सेक्शन. and length having 4 meter. 4 meter length दिली आहे. Assume that bottom of the column is fixed and top is hinge. म्हणजे काय दिलंय, एक एड हिंज आहे कॉलमचा आणि एक फिक्स आहे. म्हणजे ते आपल्याला टेबलमधून ती कंडिशन पिकअप करावं लागेल. काय, 1 एंड फिक्स 1 एंड हिंज. त्याला इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ किती आहे? आय थिंक काहीतरी 0.8 असेल. बघू आपण किती आहे. तर FOI 250 असेल. चला, तर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल काय करावं लागेल, नाव इट इज अ बिल्टअप सेक्शन. ISHBच्या प्रॉपर्टी आपल्याला दिलेल्या असतील स्टील टेबलमध्ये, पण आपल्याला हे कव्हर प्लेट काढल्यामुळे आपल्याला याची कंबाईन प्रॉपर्टी काढावं लागेल. ओके, बाय युझिंग पॅरलल ॲक्सिस थेरम, मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया. ओके, तर बघा प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ISHB 250 फ्रॉम स्टील टेबल. एरिया आहे त्याचा 6971. IZZ इज दिस मच. IYY इज दिस इज. थिकनेस ऑफ फ्लॅंज इज 9.7. Okay, now first of all calculate the combined property. Determination of radius of gyration for the compound section. Now we have to treat as a compound sections. Earlier in first case it is a single I section, so directly we know the minimum radius of gyration from steel table. There are two radius, one is RZZ, one is RYY, and out of that which was minimum RYY, that we have pick up. But now we have to decide, we have to calculate IX6 and as well as IYY, which is not directly given now. Okay, so आपल्याला रेडियस ऑफ गायरेशनचा फॉर्म्युला माहित आहे. आर इज इक्वल टू काय असते, स्क्वेअर रूट ऑफ आय डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया, आय मिनिमम डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया. ओके, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट IXX or IZZ and IYY. Out of that, whichever is minimum, that we have to pick up. So see here, IZZ for plates. First of all, calculate moment of inertia for the plates. There are two plates, so 2 into IA BD cube by 12. Plate ची किती आहे, B width किती आहे 300, depth is 16 divided by 12, 16 cube plus area of plate 300 into 16 into Y1, distance between two center axes. This is Y1. This is Y1. Distance between two centroidal axes. Centroidal axis and हा individual centroidal axis. This is we call as a Z1. 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 Okay. So ते किती येईल मग? This is 125 and this is 16 by 2 means 133. 133 and it's square. Okay. It is a parallel axis formula, parallel axis theorem. So it comes out to be 17001.92. Now total IZ. Now total moment of inertia will be moment of inertia of plates plus moment of inertia of I section. Baga, our section is like this. Okay, so total moment of inertia of these two plates plus moment of inertia of this I section, ISHB 250, is the total moment of inertia. Is the total moment of inertia. So total moment of inertia comes out to be 2498.5.82 into 10 to the power 4 mm to the power 4. Okay, so this is the total moment of inertia. Now similarly, total area of the section. This is the area of ISHB 250 plus area of two cover plates. So it is 16571. Now RZ is equal to square root of IZ divided by area. So it comes out to be 122.79. बघा how the things are changing. Therefore, your knowledge of व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट आय झेड झेड ओके आपल्याला काय पाहिजे मिनिमम पाहिजे ओके सो वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट आय वाय वाय ऑल्सो ओके कॅल्क्युलेट आय वाय वाय देन कॅल्क्युलेट आर वाय वाय and after that compare the RYY and RZZ whichever is maximum and minimum. Okay, so IYY for plates, just 2 minutes I will drink the water. Yes, IYY for plates, 2 into BD cube by 12. So when you are going to calculate IYY, it is not having any distance. Okay, the reason is that YY axis of the plate as well as section is same. Okay, there is no perpendicular distance. Okay, like this इथं कसं y1 आलं होतं बिकॉज दिस प्लेटचा झेड झेड वेगळा होता आणि सेक्शनचा झेड झेड वेगळा होता तसं वाय वाय इज सेम इन ऑल थ्री केसेस दोन्ही प्लेट्सचा आणि सेक्शनचा वाय वाय सेम आहे त्याच्यामुळे डायरेक्टली बीडी क्यूब बाय 12 आला इथं ओके because h distance is 0 y1 distance is 0 okay so it is 7200 then now total IYY this is IYY of ISHB 250 plus plate it is 9211.7 into 10 to the power 4 okay now RYY is equal to square root IYY by a so it is 74.56 now R minimum is equal to बघा C R minimum is equal to 74.56 mm कारण आर वाय वाय 74.56 आहे आर झेड झेड 122 आहे मीन्स आणि आपल्याला माहित आहे आय सेक्शन मध्ये ऑलवेज असं प्रत्येक वेळेस करायची गरज नाही आहे वी ऑलवेज नो दॅट सेक्शन इज weaker I section is weak about YY axis and it is going to be fail about YY axis so YY is the governing criteria failure criteria for the I section as a column for the compression member now buckling curve classification आता बकलिंग कर्व क्लासिफिकेशन कसं करायचं इट इज अ बिल्ट अप सेक्शन ओके इट इज अ बिल्ट अप सेक्शन्स so in table number 10 that this is given built up member last row जरी सेक्शन असा दिलेला असेल ओके बिल्ट अप मेंबर एनी बिल्ट अप मेंबर any two section together though the figure is given like this our is like this our figure is like this I section with two cover plates asa बरोबर so it is again a built up section so buckling about any axis its buckling class is C its buckling class is C so we have to refer table 9C from table 10 for built up section buckling class C about any axis okay now design study effective length of the column table number 11 that is important इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ वन एंड फिक्स वन एंड हिंज आहे बघा हा दिस इज वन एंड फिक्स अँड वन एंड हिंज हा हॉलो डॉट म्हणजे तो हिंज आहे बरोबर कंडिशन इज 0.8 एल म्हणजे इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ काय असेल 0.8 इंटू एल 0.8 इंटू 4000 इट इज 3200 इज द इफेक्टिव्ह लेंथ नाव लॅम्बडा इज इक्वल टू KL बाय आर मिनिमम KL किती आहे 3200 R minimum is 74.56 so it is 42.92 42.92 is the lambda okay now refer table number 9C buckling class C आहे ना तर FCD साठी आपण आता काय करू टेबल नंबर 9C रेफर करू 9D आहे हा दिस इज 9C स्लेंडरनेस रेशो बघायचा पहिले दिस इज KL 40 and 50 our is 42 so we have to think about 40 and 50 FY is 250 so 40 साठी 198 आहे FCD 50 साठी 183 आहे So for 42.92, we have to interpolate the things like this. About 198. So your FCD comes out to be 193.62. 193.62 Newton per mm square. Hence, design strength PD is equal to काय करायचा AE into FCD. इफेक्टिव्ह एरिया इंटू FCD. FCD जस्ट काढलाय आपण बघा आता प्रत्येक वेळेस ते फॉर्म्युलेशन यूज करायची गरज नाही आहे. आपण FCD हिअर वी हॅव कॅल्क्युलेट नाव बाय युझिंग tables given in the IS code. Tables given in the IS code. त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला फक्त काय मिनिमम मुवमेंट मिनिमम आर मिनिमम काढायचा. आर मिनिमम काढल्यानंतर KL बाय आर काढा. KL बाय आर काढला. Just do the interpolations and calculate the FCD by using proper buckling tables. Okay, बकलिंग क्लास ए असेल तर 9A वापरा. बकलिंग क्लास B असेल तर टेबल 9B. C असेल तर 9C and D असेल तर 9D. Okay, so the buckling the design compressive strength comes out to be 3208.48 kilonewtons. Okay, to by addition of that two cover plates, there is a tremendous increase in the design strength. So this is about the single eye sections and built up sections. Okay, now coming to our main angle sections. Okay, now just I will discuss the formulation of our angle sections. Okay, बघा काय आहे compressive strength of an angle strut. Okay, compressive strength of an angle strut. Angle strut means compression member, which is used in case of a trusses. असा ट्रस असेल तुमचा. A truss is like this, which is made up from different sections. There are different types of trusses, Hove truss, Pratt truss. Okay, you refer any standard reference book, you will get that. So, and it is loaded at its nodal points always. It is loaded like this. Okay, so it is a simply supported truss. Okay, so it is deflecting like this. Okay, so bottom members under tension and top member under compressions. So these are under compressions. These are the compression members. Okay, and they are called as a strut. They are called as a strut. Now see angle strut. Clause number 7.5. Clause number 7.5. 7.5. This is 7.3. 7.5. 7.5 बघा सी single angle having some different criteria. Okay, now see I will complete these codal provisions. The compression member in single angle may be transferred either concentrically to its centroid through end gusset or eccentrically by one of its leg to a gusset or adjacent member. So for concentric loading, वेन कॉन्सन्ट्रिक लोडिंग आणि एक्सेंट्रिक लोडिंग दोन दोन गोष्टी आहेत बरोबर. कॉन्सन्ट्रिक लोडिंग मीन्स द लोडिंग विच इज पासिंग थ्रू द एक्झॅक्टली सेंट्रोइड ऑफ द क्रॉस सेक्शन्स. आणि एक्सेंट्रिक मीन्स अँगलचा CG इज हॅव्हिंग डिफरंट अँड लोड पासिंग ॲक्सिस इज समथिंग डिफरंट. देर इज सम एक्सेंट्रिसिटी. ओके, सो दॅट इज द केस ऑफ अ एक्सेंट्रिक लोडिंग. Eccentric loading, moments comes into picture. Your section experience some moments, whereas pure concentric loading, moments doesn't comes into picture. Okay, because eccentricity is 0. So we have to design as per clause 7.1.2 of IS 800/2007. 7.1.2. Then loaded through one leg. 7.5.1. Normally it is loaded through one leg. 7.5.1. Concentric loading झाला. Loaded through one leg. This is important. Okay, the angle section is normally loaded through one leg. याचा अर्थ काय होता है? See, our angle section is like this. our section is like this, and it is here there is a gusset plate for the connection. Okay, and it is the here there is a centroidal axis of the section. Okay, and compression load is acting like this. So, so it is called as a loaded through one leg. Okay, single leg. Okay, हा leg इकडे आहे. Okay, so this is the case. Now see, when single angle is loaded concentrically through one leg of its legs, the flexure or torsional buckling strength may be evaluated. Flexure and torsional buckling comes into picture. Flexural and torsional bucklings comes into picture due to eccentricity. Okay, therefore that slenderness ratio has been modified. Slenderness ratio has been modified, and that is called as a equivalent slenderness ratio. Lambda e is equal to square root of k1 plus k2 lambda vv square plus k3 lambda phi square. See, this formula is given. Lambda e is equal to equivalent slenderness ratio. Okay. Now K1, K2, K3, these are the constant depending upon the boundary conditions, and that has been picked up from table number 12. K1, K2, K3 हे बाउंड्री कंडिशन्स आहेत, म्हणजे बोथ एंड फिक्स आहे, वन एंड हिंज आहे, अशा टाईपच्या कंडिशन ते डिपेंड असेल. And that value has been given in table number 12 of IS 800. Table number 12. This is table number 12. K1, K2, K3. Value of K1, K2, K3. And depends number of bolts at each end किती आहे, 1 असेल, more than 2 असेल, फिक्स आहे, हिंज आहे, फिक्स आहे, हिंज आहे, त्याच्यातून आपल्याला त्या व्हॅल्यू घ्यायच्या आहे. बघू आपण नंतर. लॅमडा व्ही व्ही आणि लॅमडा फाय. लॅमडा व्ही व्ही इज इक्वल टू एल अपॉन आर व्ही व्ही डिवायडेड बाय epsilon square root of pi square e by 250. Okay, and lambda phi is equal to b1 plus b2 divided by 2t divided by epsilon into pi square e by 250. Okay, where L is the center to center length of the member. RVV is the radius of gyration about minor axis. B1, B2. And T is the thickness of the angle. And epsilon is the yield stress ratio, that is square root 250 by Fy. And these are the table number. This is table number 12. K1, K2, K3. Okay, IS 800. Okay, how to use this value we are going to discuss in the examples. Okay, this is the examples. Okay, just wait. Examples.